Pedestrian accidents occur when a pedestrian is normally hit by a car, a bus, a truck, and sometimes even a bicycle. And what people mostly don't realize is that if you're a pedestrian and you're hit by a motor vehicle, your automobile insurance will cover you. And the important part there is there's so many motorists out on the road that have minimal coverage, 15,000 usually, that it's important to have a lot of coverage, because if you're a pedestrian and you're getting hit by a car, you're probably going to have serious injuries. And if the responsible party has 15,000 in coverage, if you have more than that in underinsured motorist coverage, you can collect against your own carrier for that difference. For instance, if you had a $100,000 uninsured motorist policy and the defendant motorist had 15, you could collect 15 from the motorist and the balance between 15 and 100 from your own carrier of 85,000. In the 34 years that I've been a lawyer, it's probably been the biggest problem I've seen when people have come to me for help, that I'll ask them, how much coverage do you have? The response normally is, I have full coverage. And I'll say, well, what does that mean? And they'll say, well, I really don't know. I just have full coverage. And oftentimes it turns out that they too have 15,000 per person, 30,000 per accident. And if the defendant has that, then you cannot collect against your own carrier. You can't stack the coverage. With pedestrians, you can find the adverse motorist 100% at fault, even if you're not in a crosswalk. If you're a pedestrian and you're crossing the middle of the street, the motorist can still be 100% at fault. They need to keep a proper outlook and anticipate that there may be pedestrians in the roadway. And both pedestrians and motorists have to use reasonable care. And that means that even if you as the pedestrian have the right of way and you're in a crosswalk, you can't just walk out in front of a car you see coming. And the same thing with the motorists going down the street. They may have the right of way, but if a pedestrian's there and they knew or should have seen them, then they're at fault. In my experience too, we've had countless people come to us where the police officer's opinion was against them, the police report was against them, and we have still been able to get them compensated for their injuries. Even if you think that you're at fault for the incident, you should get a free consultation from us. We've had countless cases over the years where the police report was against our client, the police officer's opinion was against our client, and we were still able to help the people because we saw that the driver shared responsibility for the incident with our client, the pedestrian, and we were able to get them compensated for their injuries. So my advice is to come to us for a free consultation and let us see if there's a way that we can help you.